Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer dropped just kind of a few hours ago, and I put up my reaction video already, but I was just so tired that I kind of wanted to break it down later in the day after I had time to sleep and kind of process it. So I wanted to go through that with y'all and just kind of break it down. There are going to be spoilers because I do want to talk about some of the things that happen. So if you're not caught up with the franchise, probably don't watch this video. I would go ahead and go get caught up on the game and then come back. Let's jump right on in. So we'll just take it kind of frame by frame, however it kind of works. But so it's obviously now we're officially at the Lost Master arc, which does make sense because of the foretellers that we see in Union Cross and Key and all of those games. They're all kind of mobile titles, so you might not know who all those characters are, but they're really important, especially with one of the endings that you see at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3, kind of reintroducing the foretellers aside from Master Ava, and then kind of reintroducing all the rest of them. So it's kind of cool that we do have kind of like a title of what this arc in Phase 2 is going to be, and that's going to be the Lost Master arc, just kind of like the last one was the Xehanort. So, yeah, or the Dark Seeker Saga, but yeah, that's pretty cool already. Then leave this world for another. Like, what is that alluding to, really? Because we know Sora's in Quadratum. Oh, God, I don't know. It's crazy. What does that mean? And then, obviously, you can tell that, like, the Heartless, the darkness is kind of forming in this world. Now, what is this? Like, is this part of Quadratum? Is this a different world in Unreality? Some people are speculating it's Star Wars, which would be really interesting to kind of see introduced in the Kingdom Hearts franchise, which would make sense in this kind of thing. If they're still playing with Disney properties, which they have to be, it would be really cool to see that being introduced here. But, like, look at the details. It's absolutely beautiful. But it also kind of gives me Last of Us vibes. Beautiful chess set. So right here, when we first see Sora, I was completely caught off guard. I was like, is that Sora? Because it looks like Sora, but I was really struggling just with this art direction, at least for the world of Quadratum, and we'll get into that. But sure enough, look at our boy. Like, look at him. He looks freaking fantastic. And it's just like, God, Quadratum mixed with Shibuya, getting like the world ends with you kind of vibes. And yeah, the world of Unreality, which I guess is actually our world. I don't know. That's still kind of like something we're going to have to figure out, of course, but it looks beautiful. But again, I was super confused that this was Sora just because the art direction has changed so much since Kingdom Hearts 3. And confirmed Sora has normal feet. I don't know why everyone's making a big deal out of that, but you can tell right here. Look at his feet. Yeah. And again, like, it's kind of crazy. I'm wondering if the whole game is going to look like this or if Quadratum specifically has this art direction. Kind of like we see in, like, the Tron world. Sora takes on the Tron world, and Pirates of the Caribbean, we see him taking on that as well. So I'm wondering if, like, this is just going to be like a different world shader or just like a world environment. So I don't know. I struggle to see this art style continuing in like actual Disney worlds, assuming we see that. But this is probably the biggest thing that I freaked out about. This is Strelitzia. She is from the mobile game. She's introduced in the Union Cross part. She is actually the little sister of Marluxia, whose human name, his normal name, is Lariam. So she actually, spoilers, she actually dies. She is killed by Ventus, who has been taken over by darkness at the time. And so seeing her is just really confusing because we see her die, by Ventus's darkness, again, probably Vanitas. And like she just kind of disappears and we don't see her, which again means that Union Cross and everything that happened in the Foreteller games, like all of that is going to be super, super important. But I'm wondering, like, why is she here? Like, how did she get here? Are we going to be able to save her? We kind of get the hint that we see her in the final world, because Sora's talking to different stars in the Elf Hearts. That's where he sees Naminé again and stuff. But it'll be interesting to see, like, what is her bigger role? Like, how did she get to Quadratum? What's happening? Yeah. So this really kind of threw me for a loop. And look, 7 days. Like, dude, that is so Kingdom Hearts Nomura lore. Ugh. Look at his glow up, though. And that's Quadratum. And it's beautiful, but holy cow. It's just so different. Like, these are people. Like, they look like humans. They're not Disney characters. There's the dark side showing up, but like, these are just normal, everyday humans. Which just completely, it's a totally different art direction, art style, which again makes me think very much that this is just like a shader for this world. But who knows, like, cars showing up in a Kingdom Hearts game really kind of threw me for a loop, kind of took me out of the trailer, honestly, because I was just like, man, I was so caught off guard by this. But it's really interesting to see this and kind of see like what Nomura's brain is up to. Rip that guy. Dark side being so freaking cool. Look, they're just taking Instagram pictures, like acting like normal everyday citizens. And then here comes Sora, like, and he's just running, and then he just does the reach, like he's calling to the power of light, like, bro. And then he just gets that beautiful Keyblade. It's the Kingdom Key, of course. Like, dude, it's so sick. And then this, like, oh my gosh, like, look at that. Like, he's using the chain on his Keyblade as a freaking, like, whip launcher thing. Like, it looks so good. And I wonder if, like, look at that. Like, and then, of course, we're still running up the walls. Like, I wonder if, like, the other Keyblades he gets are going to do the exact same thing. Obviously, it makes sense they would, but could you imagine, like, Oblivion and Oathkeeper, like, being used as a grappling hook? Like, dude, that's so dope. And then this right here felt very Final Fantasy Versus 13. Like, it's so Nomura. And then right there is the reaction commands. It's got to be the reaction commands. It looks like those are coming back for Kingdom Hearts 3. Like, Sora just being OP. Like, what is that? That is so cool. As he's just taking down this dark side. Smash. Like, and then this scene. So one of those has got to be the Master of Masters. And is this Xigbar Lushu? Like, why are there two coats? Is this Demyx? Is this Luxord? Like, we have no idea what Demyx and Luxord's, like, people names are. And, like, and are they from Quadratum? Like, who are they? Is this the Master of Masters? Does Yozora also have a organization member cloak? Like, who are these actually going to be? Like, it's crazy. And then, like, something really interesting is that this logo is completely different than what we've seen for the entire franchise. So, like, this is completely different font, everything. So that's a really interesting stylistic change that they've made. And then this part right here, like, Goofy and Donald are both, I presumably think they're in the underworld, trying to figure out what the heck happened to Sora. I wonder where he is in it. Like that's got to be Hades. There's no doubt in my mind. And it's also kind of been confirmed, so I guess that makes sense. Yeah, and so he goes from blue to red, and then there we have it. And then magic in the making. Like, Kingdom Hearts 4 is turning out to be so, like, incredible. Yeah, it's like a 3-minute trailer, but, like, dude, I'm so pumped, and I'm thankful I got to sleep on it and just kind of think about it. Like, all the things just kind of going through my mind. Like, where are they taking the story? How are they, like, the thing I love the most about Kingdom Hearts 3 is seeing so many stories kind of tied together and kind of being finally, like, fleshed out and realized, like, and seeing all the characters return, like, oh my gosh. And we know Riku is, like, heading to Quadratum, right? So, like, he's trying to find Sora. So, of course, Riku's going to be there at some point. So, like, how is that all going to play out? And we know Kyrie's being trained under Aqua to be a Keyblade Master. Like, and obviously Disney, like, Disney's still very much a part of this. So, like, seeing those worlds, are they going to finally do Treasure Planet or Atlantis or Star Wars or, you know, like, Marvel? Like, oh man, like, it's literally magic in the making, and I'm super excited. I'm super pumped. I can't wait to go on this journey. But let me know down in the comment section below, what did you think of this? Like, is there anything, like, you want me to talk about? Like, is there anything that you just are really pumped about? Because I'm just super excited. It's interesting to see this new art style and kind of, like, the direction that they're going. And so, yeah, it's super, super exciting. But until next time, guys, may your heart be your guiding key. Bye.